Once there was a wise and beloved king who ruled a peaceful kingdom. He had everything one could desire: wealth, power, and respect. But even with all that, there were moments when the king felt anxious, unsure, and uncertain about the future. One day he called upon his most trusted advisor and said, "I want you to find something that will bring me peace and happiness forever. A thing that will make me feel calm no matter what happens." The advisor thought for a moment and said, "I will bring you what you seek, Your Majesty." Days later, the advisor returned with a small, simple ring. "This ring holds great power," he said. "It is inscribed with a phrase that will help you in every moment of doubt, fear, or trouble." The king took the ring and read the inscription. It said, "This too shall pass." Soon after receiving the ring, the king was faced with a great challenge. A terrible drought struck the kingdom. Crops withered and people suffered. The king grew worried, wondering how long the crisis would last. But then he looked at the ring and remembered the words, "This too shall pass." As days went by, the king remained calm and hopeful, knowing that the drought wouldn't last forever. And sure enough, the rains eventually came, the crops grew, and the kingdom began to prosper again. The rain returns. The kingdom flourished again. The king stood outside, looking at the lush green fields, now full of crops. The people celebrated the return of prosperity. The ring in his hand glowed brightly as the rain continued to fall, renewing the land. Years later, the king faced another challenge. His beloved queen fell ill, and the kingdom's future seemed uncertain. Once again, the king turned to the ring. He read the inscription and reminded himself, "This too shall pass." The queen recovered and the kingdom flourished again. The king stood beside her, joy and relief on his face. The ring, now glowing brightly, reminded him that even the hardest times pass in time. The king sat alone in his palace, looking out at the peaceful landscape. The glowing ring in his hand reminded him of all he had experienced. He understood now that both joy and sorrow were fleeting, and the true treasure was in embracing change with grace. So, the moral of the story is, everything in life is temporary, both good times and bad. Stay calm during challenges, humble during success, and embrace change with grace.